Hello YouTube, I hope everybody's doing great. Today I wanted to show another update on my project for my client, and for those who have not seen it yet, it consists of these PCBs, and the way I put it together is I have the PCBs angled in a 90-degree angle and use solder pads to make firstly the connections, the electrical connections, and for the mechanical connection also here. And I'm just finished more or less designing the case for it, which is a challenge in itself. Anyway, here are the bare PCBs and they came out great. I did order them like this as one piece, and the smaller one like that another, and I used my mini table saw to cut the PCBs apart, and I will put that segment right now. As you can see, this is the fastest, most accurate way you can cut PCBs in half. This ones I did order as one design, and just by cutting it I have two designs. And the cutting edge, sorry about the bump, the cutting edge is absolutely perfect. More so, oops, I'm hitting the phone, more so than the edge that comes with the PCB itself. This is the fabricated edge, and this is the edge that I did cut. Anyway, a real time and life and money saver. Thanks. On to the next part. So, as you have seen, I can easily cut those PCBs and they get a perfect edge. Perfect edge. Much better this side. Much better than the machined or cut edge from the factory. I don't know why they're not as smooth. You can see here. But my edges that I cut, and you can see here you can see the copper layer, and this is absolutely smooth. Anyway, so those are the PCB parts. and it has a pogo pin connector that connects it to the base, because this is also thought of being portable, so the customer can take a unit with him and place it anywhere he wants, since it has its own ESP32S3 and all kinds of sensors. It's a standalone unit, or at home it will be powered by LAN, by the network, and also controlled by it. It has I2 and serial connection. It has the ability to turn on and off the, well, that's the base, that's the station unit, let me call it, and this is also based on the ESP32. So, and in order to not print the case all the time, the whole thing, because it takes several tries to get it right, as you can see here and here for the top part and the back part where I forgot the Type-C connector. So this is the bottom, this is the magnetic connector, and I like how exactly flush this is, so the unit can perfectly stand up on its own. And this is the front, which leaves the NeoPixel and the light sensor open, and I'm using a very thin glass as protection for the LCD, for the display. So in case it gets scratched up, you can easily replace this instead of having any damage to the PCB, right, to the display. So that's what I'm using also, very thin layer of protection. And the top part has this mechanical switch, which will be used for the torch or any other function that he likes. He will program this. I'm supplying all the codes, libraries, and basic example codes with this, because it has the low range module, it has a CO2 temperature sensor board, it has a temperature and pressure sensor board here, it has a MEMS microphone, this is the driver for the LED torch, it has an ADXL345 accelerometer sensor, it has a amplifier for sound output to the speaker, and it has these beautiful rotary encoders, thumb encoders or roll encoders, how you want to call them, that will be for the menu of the item or for however he wishes to use it. It has a time of flight sensor and it has a GPS module. On the back is the heavy duty on-off switch, antenna, and Type-C connector. This will obviously also charge from the pogo pins from the base station, and it will have a wireless charger as well. So if he takes it with him, he can place it on a wireless charging pad and wireless to charge it. Other than that, it has this LiPo battery, 18650 battery, and for powering. And sorry about that, little interruption. And where was I? GPS sensor, right? And the back. Oh, and it can charge wirelessly, be powered from the pogo pins, or if all else fails, it can be programmed and powered to the USB Type-C connector. So this is the layout on for the top, which I just took the main design and then I just printed the front, top, bottom, and the back to see if all the holes and everything lines up, which they do. The case will be actually SLA printed, and this is the back. So I was I thought of having a case. These were the early designs, and initially I thought it will just slide in from the back and then have a back cover that would cover the back. But the problem is I have protrusions or parts sticking out from three sides, from the top, from the back, and from the bottom. So I cannot slide it in, and that left me with a dilemma, and the only solution I found so far, unless I come up with something else, is to print the case, if you have it laying down, half of it, the bottom, and then have the top half printed, obviously turned around, whatnot. So I have the seam, although it might look not as I don't know, depends on how you're gonna, with SLA I don't think it's a problem, but the case will be practically snapped together front or from side to side. And obviously the seam will be not like this, it will have a lip, so it will align itself perfectly and give 3 times more surface area for the glue to hold it together. It could be done magnetic, but I don't think that's necessary. So that's what I thought, how I will make the case, because he had actually an idea with a L-type cutout like this. If you have the whole case, just cut it out like that and like that, but I think it will be harder to print and to align, and I don't know yet. I don't know exactly which way we're gonna go. What I would do, instead of having it on the top and back, I would have done the seam on the bottom and back. So this top half, what my hand covers here, would be one piece, and then you have a thin strip on the bottom and on the back. Well, actually that would still work as well. So I'm not sure which way we're gonna go, but anyway, these are the pre-final designs. What I also wanted to mention, I did not show it yet, I think this is my new altimeter. Don't mind the dark screen, I have not adapted the code. Oops, sorry about that. I did not adapt the code for the light sensor sensitivity, because obviously the sensitivity is less when it's in a case. And this actually, I was gonna use a fiber or a 3D printed filament. This is actually a LED that I cut the legs off, and obviously it has this lens part in it, so it's less than ideal, but I just wanted to have it flush for now till I come up with something else. I even thought of having this front face cut off out of tinted acrylic, so that would give the light sensor way too light. There's a charging LED right above the Type-C connector here, which actually shines through by the side of the display, but I thought about that, so I'm not sure yet which way I want to go. But this is for daytime use, and at night it will turn red, which is, my camera can never pick up red correctly. Same here on the back, it's red, it's the same red as this, but it doesn't pick it up, it's a different wavelength. Anyway, if you're interested in this, please leave me a comment below the video. And I actually ran out of battery here. This is my altimeter, and anyway, I showed it in other videos. This is my retro clock and my keychain and whatnot. So I think this is the update for today on this project. Can't wait till it gets finished up so I can send it out to my customer. Oh, I forgot to mention this one. This is a human presence radar sensor. So this can, although a little bit big, but presence person in the room, it could be serve as an alarm or whatnot. And actually I am planning a smaller version of this, and here are my initial PCBs. This will be again ordered as one PCB, and then just cut it on my table saw, mini table saw, and then soldered on like this. And this one has the same display, also the radar sensor, NeoPixel LDR sensor, light sensor, and it will have the CO2 monitor, the MEMS microphone, speaker, this amplifier. The amplifier will be not a board like I used here. This is what I used because the ESP32S3 does not have what was it, a DAC output, digital audio channel output, audio channel or audio, not sure. It does not have a DAC output, so that's why I use this amp board, which is a I2S, based on I2S. But here I'm using again the my PAM8304 chip that runs off a DAC, and this will be obviously just a regular ESP32, not the S3 version. This one also, I'm not putting on the rotary encoder because these things are very expensive for what they are. They are nice, they're from Toshiba, great quality, but they cost over $10 a pop. And on a project like this, it's just too expensive. So as input, I'm using 3 touch sensors, 2 on the top, because if I put 3 sensors on the top, it will be too close to each other. So I have 2 on the top and 1 in the back. On-off switch will be in the back as well, Type-C connector in the back, and this one will have a CR123 battery holder, so you can with battery or rechargeable battery, obviously. It will also have again wireless charging input, so you can just put it here. I have my wireless charging pad where my clock sits right now, and you can just have this for longer periods of time. If you use it, just put it on a charging pad and it will be charged. And with the speaker, with the microphone, you can use it in any home assistant scenarios. You could use it as portable alarm with human presence sensor, radar sensor, bikes driving by. And it could be a web radio, it can be anything you can think of. You have Wi-Fi and obviously Bluetooth, everybody knows that, I guess. And anyway, this is what I'm working on, and this will be next after this is finished. So if you do have any questions, please leave them in the comments. And by the way, I'm also working on this. This is my version of an OTF knife, out the front knife. And I will probably sell the plans for the STLs, because I see people selling them, and why don't I get reimbursed for my time? So anyway, that's another video. So if you like it, hit that thumbs up button, and you can, if you want to see further updates, you can hit the subscription. Click the subscription and hit the notification bell. That way you can check out my Tindy store, my Banggood affiliate links, or if you're into mechanical watches, and I do have, which I built, I do have affiliate links for that, and all in the description below the video. Go check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and girls, if there are any. Bye.